In today's video, we're going to take 4 2x8s and make a cute little backyard bench you can put on your patio or in your garden. It's a real simple build. We're going to use my favorite saw for this build, my skill saw I've had for 30 years. There's only 8 parts to this bench, and the first 4 are going to be 2x8 by 45 inches. Two of your 45-inch pieces will be for the back slats and for the seats. Now let's cut the long legs. Okay, with your 2 long legs, 38.5, we're going to cut a 30-degree angle on each end, long point to short point, like this. Get your legs oriented like this together and then put them down. Measure it over here from the short point, over here 4 inches, and make a mark. And then pull down 17.5 and make a mark. And then we're going to connect these lines right here. We're going to cut this piece off, and that's going to be the back side of the leg like this. And this will be the top up here. This is the front of your long legs. So this is the inside of your legs. This is the back. So pull up from the short side to the bottom, pull up 6 inches and mark it, and pull over 13 inches and mark it, that line right there. Now we're going to cut our legs. We're going to have a 45 on one side and a 40 degree on the other side at 19 inches long point to short point. The 40-degree side is the bottom for your short legs. Take your long leg and your short leg, your 40 degrees on the bottom. That's going to line up right there where your line is. So now we just need to attach this together with about 3 or 4 deck screws. Now that I have both legs on the bottom evenly, and now I can trace up here, make sure it stays straight. Find it a little easier to sand down all the parts before I put it together. Set this in here, and I'm going to put this back seat board right here on the back side of the long leg, just flush. Measuring over 1 inch and 4 inches. $15 $15. We take the bottom board, just put it flat on the bench seat here. I'm going to recess it in here just about a 1/4 inch. Well, I'm sitting here taking a break on this bench. It's really comfortable, way more comfortable than it looks, especially in the lower back. Feels really good. But I have nowhere to put my coffee. I mean, if I'm running solo, I can put it right here. If I have company, I want somewhere to put it. So I have an idea, and I'm going to make some arms. So at least you can put a cup of coffee on there or something. So here's my idea. Here's a couple builder's notes that I want you to understand. The bench is not level. It's about 3/4 of an inch or almost an inch out of level going back, and that makes it really comfortable. The arm, it's not level either. It's about a 1/4 inch or about a 1/4 inch out of level. I tried to run the arm parallel with the seat. This is a perfect project that I think could be covered with paint, stain, whatever you want. Maybe a nice pop of color to freshen up the yard. And it's also small enough that you could reapply your stain or your paint every couple years and make it looking really fresh. But we're going to add some stain that I've never used before. I tested it on a test piece first to see how I'm going to approach this application. Every application is a little different for outdoor stain. So this one goes on, it kind of goes on like paint. I'm going to bring you in here. So I'm going to put it on, I'm going to brush this on, and then I'm going to wipe it off in a few minutes and just keep doing that as I go. Because if you look at it right now, the coverage looks like paint, and that's not what we want. So I'm going to do this board right here and then wipe it off and show you the look that we want. I'd rather put it on and take it off instead of had too much on here right now. Let me bring you in here and show you. It's going on like paint, and we're going to wipe it off right now so I can show you before it dries. Just take a cotton rag and I'm going to wipe it off, the excess right here, just like that, because we want to see the grain. Okay, before it gets too dry. So just so you know that, because if you leave that on there, it's going to cover it just like paint. So make sure you wipe it off to see your grain. Well, if you enjoyed this little bench build, I have 3 more builds for you right here. Now we have a place to put our drink. It's not coffee now. All right, Zozo. All right, Zozo. Want a drink? Want some? Want some? No?